Okay, so Spotify Wrapped is here. Spoiler alert, I've already seen mine, but I thought it would be cool to just kind of go over it and, talk about, how I feel about music in general this year and, albums that I didn't really like but really has grown on me, and which this year has been a lot more of a theme of like rediscovering music that I didn't really like at first and ended up like really, really, really enjoying it. And this year, I haven't discovered a lot of newer music as much compared to the past couple of years. But yeah, and also this year, I was kind of burnt out of just all I was doing was just listening to new music, and I kind of just had to slow down and just look back at some of the stuff that I may have missed. So yeah. But honestly, I don't know if I really love this year, this year's Spotify Wrapped overall, like how it's displayed and stuff like that. Obviously, the visuals are very cool, but there were some facts and other things that Spotify Wrapped did that was way cooler than this year's. But yeah, 87,000 minutes this year. I'm pretty sure in previous years, my the most I listened to music was probably like over 100,000 or 100,000 minutes. I'm pretty sure in previous years, but that was only because I used to like sleep with like a playlist going on in the background, so my my minutes listened was like pretty insane. But yeah, what came out February 6th? I have no fucking clue. Inspired. Why are you motionless? Yeah, this song is a banger, man. And also, this year has been a very like angry year for me, for many different reasons. And this Idola record came in pretty much in the right time, whenever I really needed music that really like uh kind of talked about, it's not really talked about certain things, but had like similar feelings of being angry and being pissed off. And Eviscerated is an incredible album for that. 90 times, Jesus. Yeah, this song is fucking amazing. Yeah, it's kind of wild seeing these songs or these artists being on my top five. Idola isn't really surprising at all, but seeing Tesseract and Polaris up there is pretty insane because whenever I first listened to that album, I thought it was very neat, interesting, and I ended up thinking that Polaris was probably the worst album in their discography, and now I'm pretty sure that Polaris is my favorite album from Tesseract for a variety of different reasons with the lyrical content and the consistency of the music and the overall twang and sound of the guitars are so cool and so fun, and I just love that album to death. And yeah, a lot of the lyrical content hits obviously, and like even if it's a song that I don't really relate to a whole bunch, but I can just feel that energy and the passion Dan is singing. And also that album kind of ignited like make me inspired to like do vocals like that at some point. And also Periphery is a band that I always thought was very interesting and very fun throughout the past, but this year I've really actually like listened through their discography and ended up loving Juggernaut. I love Juggernaut a lot, mostly because of the story. There's some songs that don't really hit with me personally, but Stranger Things is probably my favorite Periphery song. It's so fun, so incredible. Spencer's vocals in that song is insane, And yeah, this year I listened to a lot of Periphery, and ended up having a newfound respect for their music in general. Yeah, this Terminus song is very cool. This is a part I don't even know. Mogoth Guidance Metalcore phase? What the fuck does that even mean? Silent Planet, Invent Animate, and Bad Omens. What does Mogoth mean? I don't even know. But yeah, usually whenever it's like winter time, I usually have, seasonal depression or whatever. Not actual depression, but I listen to a lot more sadder and, a lot more uh well, yeah, just sadder stuff and more serious stuff. And Silent Planet Invent Animate has always been, my go-to when it comes to that. Bad Omens, I I don't know why I was listening to Bad Omens. Later this year, Bad Omens' second album, Finding God Before God Finds Me. I have a new like respect for that album, and I just love a lot of like the religious themes, and the overall sound of that album is so cool and so unique, and I love it a lot. And also later on this year, I ended up really liking Invanimate's EP, The Sun Sleeps as It Never Was. The lyrics hit with me to my core. I love that EP to death. And it may be like my favorite songs or my favorite era of Invenanimate. Even like Heavener, I love Heavener. But I don't know. I feel like there's something about listening to Heavener and then going back to their discography, and their music is very consistent, but whenever the consistency of the music in contrast with like the lyrics and actually paying attention to the lyrics, it gives like a newfound like newer feeling with the instrumentals that I can't really make total sense of, but it's so good. I don't know how to explain it correctly. Stole on me. Mhm. Yeah, I love this song a lot. Yeah, I listen to a lot of Swancore. I feel like that's most of the summer. I listen to a lot of Swancore, but Idola has been uh just my go-to, and Royal Coda. I don't remember listening to Dance Gavin Dance so much because of all the noise and drama and all that shit or whatever. I've kind of stood away from all that stuff because it's kind of hard. It's I get people saying separate the art from the artist, but sometimes there's some bands and some music where like I feel like if there's so much noise, it's kind of just hard to like listen to the music, and it's kind of hard to listen to some Italian stuff or whatever because all I can hear is the noise, and from DGD Reddit or whatever. By the way, if you're a Dance Gavin Dance fan, do not ever go to Dance Gavin Dance Reddit. That place is a cesspool, horrible place. There's probably some cool people there or whatever, but if I had to recommend a place where you can nerd out on Swadcore, go to like Idola, or maybe Royal Coda, some of the other uh, sub non-dance Gavin Dance Reddits or whatever. Holy shit, that place is horrible. But either way, I ended up seeing Idola and Royal Coda live this year, which probably was the highlight of this year for me, or it's probably the second best. I saw Silent Planet in February, which was huge for me in so many different ways. Getting to meet Garrett, and just seeing my favorite metal band live, that was just awesome. And Idola and Royal Coda, and who else? It was Idola, Royal Coda, Baron Wolf, and some other band that I don't remember. That was like the first opener, but that show was incredible. I got to meet some cool people that did recognize me, and also Andrew knew who I was too, which was pretty wild. I wish I was able to talk to him more. I would love to like just sit down and talk to Andrew about, theology and philosophy and stuff like that in a podcast or whatever. Hopefully I can do something like that in the future, because I don't really like the thought of like doing podcasts and interviews if it's just talking about, general band stuff and like, the general questions that interviewees like give. Or is interviewees the person that gives the interview or the people that are being interviewed? I don't remember. But anyways, I feel like a lot of interviews they ask very boring questions, but if I feel like there's some kind of underlining content that I feel like it would be very fun to like get deep into the weeds, and I feel like it would be so much fun to like pick like Garrett Russell from Silent Planet or Andrew Wells, uh when it comes to, topics around, philosophy, theology, or certain, social issues and stuff like that. It would be very fun to do that kind of stuff. But anyways, moving on. Oh, I love this. So, this year has been pretty interesting, where I've really explored anime a lot and started really getting into, soundtracks and instrumentals and scores. I'm very, very new to anime. I started watching Death Note last year, towards the end of last year, and I've watched how many animes? Probably five since then. Death Note, Cowboy Bebop, Madoka Magica. I'm trying to think some of the others. Attack on Titan is a big one, probably my favorite one so far. But yeah, it's just incredible to like listen to an instrumental and, have it trace back to a scene or a certain part that really hits, and that has always been very fun for me for the past year. And yeah, there's just a lot of great instrumentals and scores in anime. It's fucking wild, and I feel like even the people that, shit on anime and stuff like that, and I was like one of those kind of people too. But fuck, dude, you just can't deny that. Like, if you are a Swancore fan or really like Swancore, um, dude, listen or watch like Jujutsu Kaisen or listen to its soundtrack. It's fucking amazing. It's insanely good. If you like very like atmospheric, like dark rock kind of stuff, you may like Death Note's soundtrack. If you really like, a mixture of, piano instrumentals and stuff like that, or like huge choir and very intense stuff, you may like Attack on Titan. And I feel like most anime soundtracks kind of have that kind of feel, but my favorite tracks are the ones that are just a piano and maybe some like background like noise or some kind of background, synth or something like that that just goes with the piano melody very well. Like, just very simplistic stuff that is so effective and it's so fun and I love a lot. Fuck, dude, Idol is so good. Yeah, I'm honestly, it's pretty wild that Idol is like my top artist of this year. It used to be Silent Planet pretty much every year. Stranger Things by Periphery. Yeah. Yeah, I really, man, Dance Gavin Dance is still up there. Tesseract, again, I think I said this before, Polaris has grown on me a lot. And Periphery, I just, really delve deep into, not really delve deep into their music, but just listen to their music a lot and found a lot of very cool stuff that I didn't really enjoy before, but now I really, really like. And, Silent Planet is, it's still up there, but I think I've listened to so much Silent Planet to the point where I get the gist of a lot of the lyrical content, and I don't really need to like listen to it over and over and over like I did before. It's almost like reading a book over and over and over again. At some point, you know, you're gonna just not you don't really feel the need to listen to it as much. But you know, sometimes you go back and you know, it's a band that I come back to you know like um to reflect on you know my past, and you know some songs that you know map onto like certain experiences that I had. Like for example, I shadowed a social worker, and I got to experience someone being psychotic and ended up being instituted into a clinic because they weren't taking their psych med or psychotic meds, and because of that experience, listening to a song like Psych Escape, which talks about you know schizophrenia or people you know that are psychotic and how they feel and stuff, that like had a profound effect on you know how I look at that song, which is very very cool. And I have a lot of moments like that of you know looking at a particular issue and stuff like that and mapping it onto certain Silent Planet songs. And I think I've done it with most of all Silent Planet songs, probably except for Nervosa. Nervosa doesn't really hit with me too hard, but you know sometime in the future it may hit. But yeah. I don't even know what this song is. Oh yes. Let's go.
Thank you for the support.
I've
What
already
are we
seen
in here
this.
doing right now, guys?
Making a new album.
New album. You heard it. Coming soon. Can't wait to share it with you guys. Keep on supporting, and we'll keep loving you. Peace.
Yeah, this new Dance Gavin Dance record is going to be super, super interesting. Who knows what that's gonna sound like. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's my Spotify Wrapped of this year. I don't know if I have really anything else. I guess we can go through like my top songs of this year, kind of talk about it. You know, Issues, very good, really enjoy it. Hexes and Dystopia and Tourniquet and Polaris is so good. I love those songs to death. Reptile is a song that I ended up really loving. Also, like Moss to Flame's newer music has been very huge for me lyrically. I really feel some of the lyrics that I forgot what's the lead singer's or the lead vocalist's name in Like Moss to Flames. I totally forgot. Fuck. I don't remember. But like his lyrics are just very ambiguous and just like mysterious, but also like very just heavy. Like insane. But yeah, Idol Earthside's Earthside's album from last year was very cool. Oh, Veil of Maya's Matriarchy, or Matriarch. Is it Matriarchy or a Matriarch? Okay, it's Matriarch. But that album grew on me a lot, and particularly because some of the some of the songs that trace back to like certain like characters and stuff like that. I'm kind of planning on I'm actually going to start Final Fantasy because of Arius, the song, because I love the song to death and a lot of the lyrical content. And Final Fantasy 7 seems to be a game that, you know, it's kind of like a must play for a lot of people. People have been telling me, but yeah, I'm going to start playing it at some point. I also recently watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and that got me into Health deep dive, and I love Health. I don't know, there's no other band like Health at all. But yeah. Also, like Death Note soundtrack is like so good. There's just some very nice, you know, atmospheric parts in their music. Like I don't know. Probably for some people, it's not, you know, doesn't sound amazing, but I don't know why, but like it sounds so cool and so unique, and it scratches an itch that a lot of other artists don't really scratch. Um, yeah, I don't know if there's anything else very interesting in here, really. Um, I think I started getting into Thornhill's first album a bit more. I do like it, but there's some songs that don't really hit with me personally. You know, more Veil Maya. Make Them Suffer is a band that has grown on me quite a bit. How to Survive a Funeral is very, very big. I really, really enjoy that album a lot. You know, Rumbling, Attack on Titan song, opener song, that it's pretty insane. Insane song. Dude, whenever that song came up, whenever I was getting towards the end of Attack on Titan, it just hit me like a fucking truck. Pretty insane. But yeah, this is Spotify Wrapped. I don't know if I have anything else to say at all. I think I've pretty much covered everything um that I have to say, at least with what I see here. There's probably there's a lot to say about some of the albums that came out this year, um, which I will make a separate video on my, you know, my top 10 albums of this year, and my overall thoughts of this year in general. It kind of sucks. I haven't explored a whole bunch of different things, different artists this year, which is kind of unfortunate because if you look at, you know, the amount of hours, I have 24 hours of music in this playlist, which I put all the songs I've heard this year or that are new. But if you compare it to like last year, 47 hours, or and then 75 hours. I've listened to like less new music as each year goes by. And hopefully, I don't know if that's going to change next year, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. But hopefully I'll start maybe listening to artists or newer artists that I don't really listen to. And maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens. I feel like I'm kind of becoming a broken record. And also I have some other stuff in my mind that I have to do and finish to graduate this semester. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the video here. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any suggestions or anything like that, please put them down. If you want to share your Spotify Wrapped, it'll be very cool to see what everyone else is listening to or have been listening to this year. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.